Friends, this morning we're going to talk about an interesting thing of talking about the King of Kings, and it's King of Kings Sunday. But before we get into all that, I'm glad you're here. So let's go ahead and do our gathering song. I'll play the first verse, and Ann will sing it through twice for us. Let's go talk about the King of. Oh, good. Good afternoon, friends. I clicked the button to start to record this. Today is King of Kings Sunday, and I've as I've gotten older and maybe wiser, I've grown to where I don't like that title for a Sunday. King of Kings sounds um, so much like Jesus is here to beat up or all the other kings or something, or he's the greatest of them all, and he's my king and things. I just think that, and I really want to. I'm trying hard for, especially for you all that are younger and going to take the mantle of the church. We need to get away from this manly way of talking all the time. God is not a man. God is not a woman. Um, Jesus came for all. So this whole King of Kings thing just throws me off. But luckily, um, uh, it's um, because here's the other thing in the Bible, what kings do, what all the kings did was they took from the people. Um, and I know we kind of hold David up as this great king, and he did some marvelous things for the people. Usually, we give people credit when they're good at slaughtering other people, and so he was good at that. He was also good at taking, and that was one of my favorite characters in the Bible is Samuel. I was getting ready to say Samson, and Samson's a good character too, but in a different way. And Samuel told the people of Israel when they were clamoring for a king, because they're like, look at all these other people picking on us. They all have kings that are picking on us. We want a king. We need a king. And Samuel said, okay, oh, fine. Let's. God kind of went, if that's what they want, just tell them what they're going to get. And Samuel told them, here's what's going to happen. Kings are going to take the best of everything you've got, and they're going to take your life. They're going to take your children. They're going to take the best of everything you've got. That's what kings do. They suck you dry. But if that's what you want, maybe you'll figure it out. That's and every king from that moment, from when they let Saul become king, that's all the kings did was they fought, they slaughtered, and they took the first fruits of everybody. And that lasted for dynasty after dynasty after dynasty. And then it went away. And a lot of people thought Jesus was going to be the new king. A lot of the poor and the downtrodden said, oh, this is our king. This is our king. But Jesus was a different. If he's going to be the King of Kings, and I think I know what they're actually trying to say when they talk about being the King of Kings. Jesus was going to be a king that gave. He didn't take. He gave his life for all of us, and he stuck up for the little guy. our good friend who's leaving us, Geraldine and her husband Landon is moving on to Oklahoma City to. We wish them well. I mean, this is a great opportunity for them. He was he was a pastor that we had 14 years ago, and in his first sermon, he said the role of being a good Christian is, he goes, you can distill the Bible down into one sentence: big kids take care of the little kids, and that's what Jesus did. Um, he took he gave hope to those who were in hopeless situations, and he gave his life for the world, actually. Um, and and I actually read Paul in the verse for today in the Bible, and I wasn't going to read it to you all. Paul should not be read to children. So, or, not that there's anything naughty or anything in it. It's just that it's kind of like, what? And so I the way I read Paul is 4 times, because the first time you read it is what, second time, third time, what? Are you nuts? And then the fourth time, oh, I get it. And today, oh, I got it. Because Jesus is the King of Kings. He's the King of salvation. And salvation doesn't mean that we're going to go off to some paradise. Not to me. Salvation means that we're going to bring, through love and not taking from others, but working with others and giving whatever we have, that we bring salvation, and we bring peace and harmony, and that's what salvation is. It's peace and harmony and love among all of us here on earth, and we make it work. We love ourselves into stopping climate change. We love ourselves into recognizing that everyone is a children of God, and that everyone has not been treated that way. And so, you could almost interpret what I said, well, all lives matter. No, that's not what I said. That we recognize that there have been groups of people, just by the color of their skin, that have been demoralized and not given a fair shake in this country for 400 years, and imprisoned and enslaved, and we have to recognize that matters, and that's who Jesus came for, and that's what he's talking about, as being a King of Kings. I came for them. I came to release the captives, feed the sick, or feed the hungry, heal the sick, and release the captives. And that's giving. That's not taking. And so that is a King of Kings. Let's go and do let's go and give thanks to God. Now it's our turn to talk to God, and we'll say a quick, let me light the candle. It's our little temporary for here, little God candle. And I'm kind of excited about the next 4 weeks, and that Geraldine will be taking us on the road to Bethlehem for the Advent season. Anyway, so say a quick prayer. God, I look forward to the time when we don't have kings. Now, let's see. Let's go ahead and put the candle out. And the smoke rising reminds us that God is everywhere. Let's go ahead and do our going song. And here we go. Go in peace, and we'll see you next week with Geraldine.